This is a Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and today I'm here with former member of Kajagoogoo and Kaja, Nick BEGGS, currently on tour with Howard Jones. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine.
How was Kajagoogoo formed?
Oh, blimey. Kajagoogoo was formed in 1982 by myself and 4 other gentlemen. Four of us were living in Leighton Buzzard, and one of them was living in London. And it was a chance meeting with some people who knew somebody else, put us together and said, you should talk to this guy, you should call this guy. And contrary to popular belief that we were manufactured by a record company, we actually did it all ourselves.
So how did you get your first record deal?
We got help from Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran, who heard the demos and presented the same tape back to the A&R department at EMI that we had only sent in like 3 weeks earlier. And then they went, hey, you're right, this is slamming. They said that in an English accent like that. It's slamming, and they signed us.
So what are your fondest memories from the White Feathers period?
Sacking Limahl, I think.
Oh, really?
No. That was mean. The finest memories of the White Feathers album was the camaraderie between the band members, that's for sure. In the early stages there was a lot of empathy and a lot of excitement. I remember hearing when the single Too Shy had gone into the American charts. It had already been #1 in 7 European countries.
Wow.
You know, it was an amazing time. We had quite a lot of hits in Europe, and if we'd stayed together, we probably could have been the next Wham, but there were problems. There was a lot of problems, and it soon kind of went sour. And
do you feel that the success brought about some of the problems?
Yes, always does. It's endemic. If you haven't got strong relationships between the individuals, then they become fractal and polarized, and then you have infighting, and then it's all over.
So what was it like working with Nick Rhodes and Colin Thurston on White Feathers, and what did Colin Thurston bring to the mix, and what did Nick Rhodes bring to the mix as far as production?
I've always really admired Nick Rhodes. I think he's a really talented ideas man.
Yeah.
I think that's the way he sees himself. He always kind of put himself down as far as his playing abilities are concerned, but he was always the first one to say, that midlight's not right. That's a Birmingham accent, you see. That midlight's not right. That's the translation.
All right.
Or he'd say, try shortening it or making it longer, or I think you should change the synth sound there. He was great like that. And Colin Thurston and him had this great relationship because they'd done 2 hit albums with Duran.
Yeah.
And with Colin's engineering skills and Nick's kind of overview, it was a very good team. Very good team.
So what does Colin do? How does he shape the album?
He brought his experiences as an engineer.
Okay.
And he did have some great production ideas as well. But overall, the production of the material was very democratic, really, between Nick, Colin, and the band. A lot of the production ideas.
So you guys had a lot of input too.
Very much so. I remember we had 3 mixes of Too Shy right at the end, and I went in and I said, we've got to go with the one where the bass is louder. And that was the one that did it.
So why did Limahl leave the band?
Limahl was actually fired from the band.
Okay.
Because, wow.
I've heard a lot of different things.
Yeah, well, this is the true reason.
Okay.
He became very difficult to work with, and he wanted to change the royalty base. He wanted to split the royalties with me and him, and it's a group thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was right.
Power mad killers like the Red Skull. That's from a Captain America comic book.
All right, okay.
But Red Skull was like this
yeah,
Nazi guy.
I enjoyed it. Well, he never, he wasn't a Nazi or anything like that, but...
Well, I heard there was like some religious differences actually.
No.
So that's not true.
No.
How did the recording session for Extra Play go, and was that a good time for you?
Do you know, Extra Play was a really funny thing because the record company was saying, you guys are great, you've got a great sales base in America, but it's a different lead singer.
Yeah.
It's me, I was the lead singer. We can't release the album, we don't feel it's right for America, but we would like to take some tracks off the first album, some tracks off the next album, and take some B-sides and make this whole thing. So we thought, what are we going to do? I mean, it's kind of like it was a hybrid. It actually wasn't an official release in Europe, that record, Extra Play. and it was a funny thing. And we had this track, and I think it was "Turn Your Back on Me." It was a remix, and it was kind of going up the American dance charts. The 12-inch was really doing great. So every week we were getting Billboard. We're going, it's number 10 this week. Great. And then we released it as a single. It just went, phew. It wasn't a hit.
Really?
Yeah. They liked the dance version of it, but they didn't like the actual 7-inch version. So it was kind of a little flirtation with the American music chart there.
So you never toured to support that album?
No, we were on the eve of doing a sellout tour of America with a number 5 hit in the charts when we sacked Limahl. And the reason we did that was because we were just at the point where we thought we might kill him if we went on the road with him.
You didn't want to do the Yes thing and have separate tour buses or separate...
No, because we were kids. I mean, I was 21. I couldn't deal with that. It was like I didn't get in the music industry to make money. I got in the music industry to do what I want to do in the way that I want to do it. And that's why I'm as broke as a church mouse now.
Would the record company just take you guys for a ride?
No. What happened was we ended up being ripped off really badly by our manager. Yeah, he kind of misappropriated funds, and when the accountants were sending out the letters telling us what the account status was, he had them all sent to him. And then when we started asking questions, he'd say things like, "Don't worry your pretty little head about it, just write the next album,"
So there's no legal recourse?
Well, there is, but in England, if you don't take action within 6 years, the case would not stand up. Plus, the other thing is, it takes a lot of energy and focus and money
I know.
and hatred.
We know
actually.
how it is.
And we all decided, let's just get on with our lives. Let him go into the world and be who he's going to be. And we've all had to reinvent ourselves. Each one of us has gone off. Limahl's gone off and done his own thing, and he's done very well at it. I really respect him for that. And Jez has got a very successful equipment hire company. Steve is teaching. Stuart runs a computer software company. He's doing really well.
Cool.
And I'm still playing professionally as well. So.
Yeah, because you're an awesome bass player.
Well, you're very kind.
Mere memories from the Crazy People's Right to Speak. Now, if you didn't tour on Extra Play, at that point, what made you guys go and do this next record?
Well, we did tour Europe.
Oh, okay.
We didn't come to America.
And how did that go for you?
It was great. It was sellout dates.
Okay.
It was great, and I was fronting it up, and it just felt strange, but okay. But I have a lot of memories of this very place because of that Crazy People's Right to Speak, because it was recorded in Redondo Beach.
Oh, wow.
And we stayed up in the Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills for 2 months, and it was a really wonderful experience. And just being here at this hotel and walking around and seeing the Chinese theatre again brings back incredible memories.
So you like LA?
Oh my God, I love America. I think America is a wonderful, life-giving place.
How often do you come here to visit?
4 times a year. I come here to work 4 times a year. I don't come here to visit very often.
Were any of the songs on Extra Play and Crazy People's Right to Speak written with a Christian point of view?
At the time, yes, they were. Yeah.
And was that your point of view, or?
I was very focused in that area at that time. I feel very differently about that whole aspect now. But I was 21. I'd had a terrible childhood. I'd gone through some really awful things, and I was trying to work it all out. And this kind of focus of faith thing really kept me on the straight and narrow. I'm really glad, because I think it probably saved my life, to be honest. I'm 37 now, and I feel very differently about religion and that whole area. I still hold true to a lot of those ideals, but I embrace a lot of other ones that don't necessarily fit in with Christianity.
What's next for Nick BEGGS?
Well, of course, I'm going to continue working with Howard forever, because he's a lovely man.
Yeah.
And also a genius. One of the greatest songwriters ever, I think. His songs are just astonishing. And to see those people out there every night responding to those songs.
Your bass playing, it fits perfectly in with his sound.
It's a great honour to work with him. But I'm just about to start a project with John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin as well.
2 bass players?
Yep.
Now, what are you going to do in that?
I'm going to play MIDI Chapman stick.
And he's going to play regular bass?
He's not playing anything regular. He plays everything really strange. And it's a trio. There's a drummer.
Who's
John.
the drummer?
We haven't found him yet.
Get Bozio.
Well, Terry Bozio would be amazing.
Yeah, get him. He'll do it.
You got his number?
No, but I know you can get it.
Terry, listen, give us a call because John's looking for a drummer. You would rock on it.
Yeah,
you bad mother.
Yeah, he's not going to say no to John Paul Jones, and you're an awesome bass player.
That's a really good idea, you know? That's a really good idea. Rock on.
You too, bro.
Dude,
thank you very much, Nick, for being on the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. Keep rocking, dude.
Promise.
The Blairing Out Show.